Hello, and welcome back to another useful and amazing episode, the channel that helps you learn English while learning something useful for life. I'm very happy to have you here with me today. Thank you for joining me. Whether you are at home, walking outside, driving, or just relaxing, I hope this podcast becomes a part of your daily English practice. Here, we speak slowly, clearly, and use simple English so you can listen, understand, and speak better every day. Today, we are going to talk about a very important question. What is real success? This is a question that many people think about. Maybe you have asked yourself before, am I successful? Or, what does success really mean? Some people think success means having a lot of money. Others think it means being famous or having a big house. But is that all there is? Is that what real success truly means? In today's episode, we are going to look deeper into this question. This topic is important because many people are running after success, but they don't always know what they are looking for. Sometimes we work very hard and become tired, but we don't feel happy. We reach goals, but we don't feel peace inside. Why? Because maybe we are chasing something that is not real success. Maybe we are following the idea of success that society or other people told us about, not the one that is true for us. So, today we will try to understand what real success is and how we can find it in our own lives. This episode is not only for improving your English, it is also for helping you think about your own life. You will learn some new English words, practice listening to clear and slow speech, and you will also learn how to understand and talk about success in a deeper way. I will give examples, stories, and simple ideas to help you understand this topic better. You can also practice speaking by repeating some ideas after me or talking about what success means to you. So, get ready for an interesting and helpful episode. At the end of this podcast, you will understand that real success is not just about what you have. It's about who you are, what you do, and how you feel inside. It's about living with purpose, peace, and passion. Are you ready to explore this with me? Let's begin. What most people think. Success means. Let's begin by talking about what most people usually think when they hear the word success. If you ask people around the world, what does it mean to be successful? Many of them will give similar answers. They might say, a successful person is someone who has a lot of money, or someone who is rich and famous. Some people believe success means having a big house, an expensive car, a high-paying job, or a lot of followers on social media. These are the common ideas of success that we hear and see every day. From a young age, we are taught to believe that success means reaching the top. For example, in school, we are told to get the best marks. At work, we are told to get promoted or earn more money. On television and social media, we see people showing their perfect lives. Big houses, luxury vacations, new clothes, and beautiful things. These images and messages go into our minds and make us think that this is what success looks like. So, without even thinking deeply, we start to believe that to be successful, we must have all of these things. This is why so many people all over the world define success in this same way. Now, let me give you a few simple examples. Imagine a man named David. He is 40 years old, and he works at a large company. He makes a lot of money, drives a very expensive car, and lives in a huge house. From the outside, people think, wow, he is so successful. But David is always tired, stressed, and unhappy. He doesn't have time for his family. He feels lonely and doesn't enjoy his work. Even with all his money and things, he does not feel good inside. Is this real success? Let's look at another example. A young woman named Maria is very active on social media. She has 1 million followers. Every day, she posts pictures of her travels, her clothes, and the fancy places she visits. People comment, "You are living the dream." But behind the camera, Maria is struggling. She feels pressure to always look perfect. She spends more time online than with real friends. Sometimes she feels sad, anxious, and empty. Again, we can ask, is this real success, or just the image of success? These examples show us something important. Many people believe success means having more things, more money, or more popularity. But these ideas come from the outside world, from media, from what others say, and from our culture. They do not always come from our hearts. This is why many people chase after these things for years, only to find that they are not truly happy. There is nothing wrong with wanting a good life. There is nothing wrong with working hard and earning money, but the problem comes when we only measure success by these things. When success becomes just a number, like how much money we make or how many people know us, we forget about the things that really matter: peace of mind, love, purpose, and inner happiness. So, before we talk about what real success is, it's important to understand this common belief. Many people, maybe even you, were taught that success is about reaching a high place in society, having many things, and becoming better than others. But real success is not a race. It's not about comparing your life with someone else's. It's not always about the outside. Sometimes success is something much deeper, something that others can't see, but you can feel. In the next part of this episode, we will talk about what real success actually means. You may find that it is very different from what we just talked about. So, stay with me, because this next part might change the way you think about success forever. What is real success? Now that we have talked about what most people think success means, it's time to ask a more important question. What is real success? This is not always an easy question to answer because real success is not the same for everyone. But we can still try to understand it in simple and clear words. Real success is not about what you have. It is about how you live, how you feel, and who you become. It is about living a life that is true to you. It means waking up each day with peace in your heart, knowing that you are doing what matters to you. Real success is when you feel proud of who you are, not just of what you own. It's when your actions match your values, when you live in a way that makes you feel happy, healthy, and whole. Many people think that success is something big that you must show to the world, but real success often happens quietly, inside your heart. It is not always visible. For example, if you are kind to people, take care of your family, and grow a little every day, that is also success. You may not be rich or famous, but you are still successful in a deep and powerful way. Let's understand this with a simple example. Imagine two people. One is very rich. He owns a big business, but he feels tired, angry, and worried all the time. He doesn't enjoy his life. The other person is a school teacher. She doesn't make a lot of money, but she loves her work. She helps her students, she laughs every day, and she sleeps peacefully at night. Who is more successful? In the eyes of the world, maybe the rich man is more successful. But in real life, the teacher is living with joy, purpose, and peace. And that is real success. Real success is different from just being rich or famous. Money and fame can be a part of success, but they are not the full picture. You can have millions of dollars and still feel empty. You can be popular and still feel alone. Real success is not measured by how many things you have. It is measured by how deeply you live and how well you connect with yourself and others. Another important thing to remember is this: real success is personal. It is not the same for everyone. For one person, success might mean starting a small business and helping their community. For another person, success might mean being a loving parent. For someone else, success might be learning something new every year, or simply living in peace. And that's okay. You don't need to follow someone else's idea of success. You can define your own. We often feel pressure to do what others do. We compare our lives with friends, classmates, co-workers, or people on social media. But this can make us feel like we are not doing enough or not good enough. The truth is, when you live by someone else's idea of success, you lose your own direction. Real success means listening to your heart and walking your own path. To find real success, ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? What do I care about deeply? What kind of life do I want to live? Your answers might be different from others, and that's what makes your success special. You don't need to prove anything to the world. You just need to feel peace within yourself. So, as we move forward in this podcast, remember this key message. Real success is not outside of you. It starts inside you. It is not about having more. It is about being more kind, more true, more connected, and more alive. That is the kind of success that brings real happiness and meaning to your life. What does success mean to you? Now that we've talked about what real success is, I want to ask you a very personal question. What does success mean to you? Take a moment. Think about it quietly. Forget what other people say. Forget what you see on social media or in movies. Forget what the world says you should want. Just listen to yourself. You see, real success is not the same for everyone. Each person has their own dream. Each person has their own heart. That means your idea of success is special. It belongs to you only. And that's a beautiful thing. For some people, success means being a good parent. For others, it means helping their community. Some people feel successful when they learn something new. Others feel it when they make someone smile. You don't need to be rich or famous to be successful. You just need to feel happy and proud of what you are doing. Ask yourself, what makes me feel proud? Is it being kind to others? Is it learning English? Is it helping your family? These small things are very big when they come from the heart. Also ask yourself, what do I love doing? Maybe you love painting, writing, cooking, or teaching. Maybe you love listening to people or making children laugh. When you do something you enjoy, something that makes you feel alive, you are already on the path to real success. Sometimes, the world tries to tell us what success should look like. It shows us big houses, shiny cars, and expensive clothes. But those are outside things. Real success starts inside. It comes from being true to who you are. It comes from knowing what really matters to you. Let's say you are learning English right now. You may think, I am not fluent yet. But guess what? You are showing great success already. Why? Because you are trying. You are improving. You are moving forward. That's real growth. That's real success. And remember, success is not one big goal. It's many small steps. Every time you are honest, every time you are kind, every time you keep going even when it's hard, you are successful. You are building a strong life. So don't let anyone else decide your success. You don't have to compare yourself to others. You don't have to chase things that don't bring you joy. Instead, listen to your heart. Ask yourself, what do I value? What makes me feel full inside? What kind of life do I want to live? These are the questions that will help you discover your own real success. You are strong, you are growing, you are learning, and you are already on your own beautiful journey. So again, I ask you, from your heart, what does success mean to you? Take some time today to think about it. Write it down if you like. Talk about it with someone close to you. Your answer might surprise you, and it might change your life. Thank you for listening to this message from Code Your English. Keep going, keep growing, and always stay true to yourself. In the next part, we will talk about some signs of real success. These signs will help you see if you are already living a successful life, even if you didn't know it before. Stay with me. Signs of real success. Now that we know real success is not about being rich or famous, you might ask, how do I know if I am successful? This is a very important question. Sometimes we don't realize we are already successful in small but powerful ways. Real success often shows itself through how we feel, how we live, and how we treat others. It is not always loud or big. It is quiet, but strong. Let's talk about some of the true signs of real success in life. One of the first signs of real success is that you feel happy and peaceful. This doesn't mean you are always smiling or never have problems. Life is never perfect. But when you are truly successful, you feel a sense of calm inside. You are not always rushing, worried, or comparing yourself with others. You are okay with who you are. You sleep well at night. You wake up feeling thankful for your life. For example, think about a man who lives a simple life. He walks to work, he spends time with his children, he takes care of his health, and he is kind to his neighbors. He may not be rich, but he feels peace inside. That's a big sign of real success. Another sign of real success is that you help others. When you are truly successful, you do not only think about yourself, you want to make the world better in some way. Helping others brings deep happiness. It makes life feel meaningful. You don't need to be rich to help someone. Even a small kind act, like listening to a friend, helping a student, or sharing food, shows that you are living a successful life. Imagine a woman who teaches poor children for free in her village. She doesn't earn much, but every child she helps is a gift. Her heart is full, and that is true success. A third sign of real success is that you grow every day. Real success is not about being perfect. It is about becoming better step by step. You learn from your mistakes. You try to improve. You set small goals and move forward, even if slowly. For example, someone who wants to speak English better may practice a little each day. They make progress. They keep learning, even when it's hard. That's real success. You don't give up. You keep going. Growth is a clear sign that your life has direction and meaning. The fourth sign is that you do what you love. This doesn't always mean you have your dream job or perfect life, but it means you spend time doing things that bring you joy. You follow your passion, even if it's just a small part of your day. Maybe you love painting, writing, gardening, or teaching. When you make space for the things that make your heart happy, your life becomes more colorful and alive. For example, think of a man who works in an office during the day, but in the evening he plays music. That music gives him life. That is a form of success, doing something that feeds your soul. Finally, a very important sign of real success is that you have good relationships. Success is not something to enjoy alone. It becomes more beautiful when shared with people you care about. Good relationships mean you have people you trust, people who support you, and people who feel safe with you. You talk, you laugh, you help each other grow. A successful person is someone who values people, family, friends, neighbors, and spends time with them. For example, imagine a woman who doesn't earn much money but has dinner with her family every night, talks with her children, and cares for her parents. That's real success, connection, and love. These are not the kind of success signs that the world always celebrates. The world often talks about success in numbers, money, followers, awards, or titles. But these signs, peace, kindness, growth, passion, and strong relationships, are much more important. They are deep. They stay with you. And they build a life that feels full and real. You don't need to wait to feel successful. If you are living in a way that matches your values, if you are learning, helping, loving, and growing, then you are already successful in the best way. Remember, real success is not about being better than others. It is about being better than you were yesterday. In the next part of this podcast, we will talk about real success versus fake success. So stay with me as we take the next step on this journey. Real success versus fake success. Let's now talk about something very important. The difference between real success and fake success. This is something many people don't understand. At first, fake success and real success may look the same. But when you look closely, they are very different. One feels good only from the outside. The other feels good deep inside. One is about showing others. The other is about being true to yourself. So, what is fake success? Fake success is when someone looks successful, but inside they feel lost, tired, or even unhappy. It's like wearing a mask. From the outside, everything seems perfect. Maybe the person has a big car, a big house, a big job, or lots of followers on social media. People look at them and say, "Wow, they are so successful." But inside, that person may feel empty. Why? Because they are not doing what they love. Maybe they are living to impress others. Maybe they are under too much stress. Maybe they have no time for family or real friends. Fake success is about appearance, not true happiness. Let me give you an example. Imagine a man who works in a very big company. He makes a lot of money. He wears expensive clothes. He travels often. On social media, he posts pictures of his beautiful life. Everyone thinks he is very successful. But the truth is, he feels tired all the time. He misses his children. He has no time to enjoy life. He is always working, always busy, and always worried about losing his job. Even though his life looks great from the outside, he doesn't feel happy inside. This is fake success. Now, what is real success? Real success is very different. It may not always look big or shiny, but it feels peaceful and strong inside. Real success is when you live in a way that matches your values. It's when you do what you love, even if it's small. It's when you take care of yourself and others. It's when you grow as a person and live a life that feels honest and full. Real success doesn't always get attention from the world, but it brings you quiet joy and deep satisfaction. Let's look at another example. Imagine a woman who works as a teacher in a small town. She doesn't make much money. She doesn't have fancy things, but she loves her work. She helps children learn and grow. She goes home and spends time with her family. She laughs with her friends. She sleeps peacefully at night. Her life is simple, but her heart is full. She feels proud of what she does, even if the world doesn't notice. That is real success. The big difference between fake success and real success is where the feeling comes from. Fake success comes from the outside, from what people see, what people think, and what the world says is great. But real success comes from the inside, from how you feel, how you live, and how close you are to your true self. Fake success is about image. Real success is about meaning. Sometimes people chase fake success because they want to feel accepted. They think, if I look successful, people will love me. But this often leads to stress and sadness. You try to look perfect all the time, and you forget what really matters. On the other hand, when you choose real success, you may not always get praise from others, but you feel peace. You feel proud, even if no one says, "Good job." You know in your heart that you are doing the right thing. It's okay to want a nice house or a good job. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have those things and still feel empty, it means you may be chasing the wrong kind of success. Ask yourself, do I feel happy inside? Am I proud of the way I live? Am I doing something meaningful? These are the real questions. So, next time you see someone with a fancy car or a big job, don't just think, they must be successful. Ask yourself, are they really happy? Are they really at peace? And more importantly, ask yourself, what kind of success do I want? Remember, fake success can disappear quickly. Money can be lost. Fame can go away. But real success, the kind that comes from living with honesty, love, and purpose, that kind of success stays with you forever. How to find your own real success. Now let's talk about how you can find your own real success. We all have different lives. We have different dreams, different goals, and different situations. That's why real success is not the same for everyone. What is success for me might not be success for you. And that's okay. The most important thing is to live a life that feels right for you. A life that brings you peace, joy, and meaning. To find your own real success, the first step is to ask yourself what really matters to you. This means thinking deeply about your life. What makes you happy? What makes you feel proud? What kind of life do you want to live? For example, maybe helping others makes you happy. Or maybe spending time with your family is the most important thing to you. Maybe you love learning, teaching, creating, or building something useful. Try to listen to your heart, not just your mind. Don't follow what others say is great. Instead, ask yourself what you truly care about. Real success starts when you know what is important to you. Once you understand what matters to you, the next step is to set small and meaningful goals. Many people think success comes from big things, like becoming rich or famous. But real success often starts with small steps. For example, if you want to be a writer, your small goal could be writing 1 page every day. If you want to be healthy, your goal could be walking for 20 minutes every morning. Small goals are easier to reach, and when you reach them, you feel good. Slowly, step by step. These small goals take you closer to the life you want. Another way to move toward real success is to keep learning and growing. Life is always changing. You will face new problems, new choices, and new lessons. That's why it's important to never stop learning. You can read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, or talk to people who inspire you. Learning helps you grow. It helps you understand yourself and the world better. When you learn, you become stronger, wiser, and more confident. And this personal growth is a big part of real success. Also, try to focus on your own journey, not others. In today's world, it's easy to compare yourself to other people. You might see someone on social media who looks perfect. They have a good job, a happy family, or many followers, and you start to feel small or unsuccessful. But remember, you are not them, and they are not you. Everyone is on a different path. You don't need to run their race. You only need to walk your own path. Success is not a competition. It's a personal journey. So focus on your progress, not on others. Being kind and honest is also a big part of real success. Many people think success is only about what you get. But real success is also about who you become. Are you a kind person? Are you honest with others and yourself? Do you treat people with respect? Do you help others when you can? These things may not make you rich, but they make you a good human being. And in the end, that is more valuable. When you live with kindness and honesty, people trust you. They like to be around you, and you feel good inside. That is true success. Let's think about a simple example. Imagine a man who works in a small bakery. He wakes up early every day. He makes bread and cakes with love and care. He smiles at every customer. He remembers people's names. He helps his neighbors. He earns enough to live a simple life. He is not rich. He is not famous. But he is happy. He feels proud of his work. He loves his family. And he is kind to everyone. That man is successful because he is living the life that is true for him. Or think about a woman who left her big job in the city to take care of her sick parents in a village. She is not earning much money now. She doesn't have a big house or a high title. But she wakes up every day and helps the people she loves. She cooks, cleans, and talks with care. Her life is full of love. Her heart is full of peace. This is also real success. So, how can you start your journey toward real success? Start by looking inside. Ask yourself what really matters. Set small goals. Learn something new every day. Grow slowly. Don't compare your life with others. Be kind. Be honest. And most importantly, be yourself. Real success is not far. It is already inside you. You just need to find it, step by step. Remember, real success is not about being the best. It's about being your best. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. And when you live a life that matches your values and brings peace to your heart, that is the greatest success of all. Let me now share a short and simple real-life story. This story is not about a rich businessman or a famous celebrity. It is about a woman named Anna. Anna is not rich, but she found her own real success in a quiet, beautiful way. Anna lives in a small town. She is a school teacher. She teaches young children how to read and write. Every morning, she wakes up early and walks to her school. It is not a big school. The building is old. The classrooms are small. There is no air conditioning. There are no smart boards or computers. But Anna doesn't mind. She loves her job. Anna has been a teacher for 20 years. During these years, She has helped many children learn to read, write, and dream. Most of the children in her school come from poor families. Their parents work hard but don't have much money. Some children come to school without breakfast. Some don't have proper shoes. But when they are in Anna's classroom, they feel happy, safe, and loved. Anna teaches them with care. She uses songs, pictures, and stories to make learning fun. She listens to her students. She smiles at them every day. She helps them when they feel sad or confused. She believes in them, even when others don't. Many of her students say, "I want to be a teacher like Anna when I grow up." Now, if you look at Anna's life from the outside, you may not think she is successful. She does not have a big house. She does not have a fancy car. She does not travel to different countries. She wears simple clothes. She earns a small salary. But if you talk to Anna, if you listen to her heart, you will see something very special. Anna says she is happy. She says, "Every day I go to school and help children. I watch them grow. I see their eyes light up when they understand something new. I feel proud when they learn to read their first book. I feel joy when they smile and say thank you. That is my success." Anna's story shows us something very important. Real success is not always something others can see. It is something you feel inside. Anna feels proud of her work. She feels peaceful in her heart. She feels useful and kind. That is why she is truly successful. Let's also look at what Anna's students say about her. One of her old students is now a doctor. He says, "I grew up in a poor home. We had no books. I didn't know how to read. But Anna believed in me. She stayed after class to help me. She made me feel smart. Because of her, I learned to believe in myself. She changed my life." Another student says, "Anna taught me how to be kind. She didn't just teach English or math. She taught us how to respect each other, how to work hard, and how to smile. I still remember her voice. I still hear her words in my mind." Can you see? Anna didn't become rich. She didn't become famous. But she made a big difference. She touched people's lives. She gave her time, love, and knowledge to children who needed it. That is something money can't buy. That is something you can't see in a photo or a bank account. But you can feel it. And that feeling, the feeling of doing something meaningful, is real success. Anna's life is a beautiful example for all of us. You don't need to be rich to be successful. You don't need to be famous. You just need to find what you love. You need to do it with your full heart. You need to make a small difference, even if it's just in one person's life. That is enough. That is real success. So, think about this story. Think about Anna. She is not on the news. She does not have thousands of followers, but in her small classroom in her small town, she is creating something powerful. Hope, love, and learning. She is changing lives, and in doing so, she has found her real success. We are now at the end of today's episode. I want to thank you for staying with me until now. Let's take a moment to go back and remember what we talked about today. We started this episode by asking a big question. What is real success? At the beginning, I told you that many people have different ideas about success. For many, success means having a lot of money, a big house, a nice car, or becoming rich and famous. These are things we often see in movies, advertisements, and on social media. That's why so many people believe this is what success means. But we learned that this is not the full picture. We talked about the idea of real success. Real success is not just about what we have. It is about how we feel inside. It is about being happy, peaceful, and true to ourselves. Real success is personal. It is different for each person. You don't have to follow what the world tells you. You can find your own path. We also looked at the signs of real success. Real success means you feel calm and happy in your heart. It means you help others. You grow every day. You do what you love. And you have good relationships with family and friends. We used simple, real-life examples to help you understand what that looks like. Later, we talked about the difference between real success and fake success. Fake success looks nice on the outside, but it doesn't bring true peace inside. Real success may be quiet or small, but it feels right in your heart. Even if others don't notice it, you know it's there. That feeling matters more than anything else. After that, I shared how you can find your own real success. You need to ask yourself what really matters to you. You should set small goals that have meaning to your heart. Keep learning, growing, and doing your best. Don't compare yourself to others. Be kind, be honest, and walk your own journey. That is the best way to move forward. Then, I shared a simple but powerful story of a woman named Anna, a schoolteacher. She does not have money or fame, but she changes lives. She helps children learn and grow. She gives love and hope, and she feels happy and peaceful. Anna is a perfect example of someone who found real success in her own way. Now, before we finish, I want to leave you with one strong message. Real success is not something you can see. It is something you feel. It is not about what you show to the world. It is about what you carry in your heart. When you live with purpose, kindness, and truth, you are already successful, even if the world doesn't see it. So, my dear listener, I want to ask you this. What does success mean to you? Forget what the world says for a moment. Close your eyes and listen to your heart. What do you truly want? What makes you feel alive? What brings you peace? That is the first step to finding your real success. And don't worry if your journey is slow. Everyone's path is different. It's okay to take small steps. It's okay to change your mind. The important thing is to stay true to yourself and never give up on your values. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Code Your English. I hope you learned something useful. I hope you now see success in a different way. And I hope you feel more confident in your English too. Remember, your English journey is also a kind of success. Every word you learn is a step forward. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with a friend. Leave a comment, subscribe, and follow our channel for more episodes. We are here to help you grow, in English and in life. Take care, keep learning, and always follow your heart. See you next time on Code Your English. Goodbye, and thank you.